Hello, you are a match for a patient. That's the card I got in the mail from the National Marrow Donor Program. In this FedEx envelope on November, I think it was 21st of '06. I'd like to tell you a story. It's my story of being a peripheral blood stem cell donor and let you know my status now of what's going on. I received this and was told to notify the National Marrow Donor Program. You get all kinds of neat information in here, what it takes to be what the next step is, what it takes to be a donor. So there's a patient searching for a donor, time and availability or critical donor availability. What is your commitment? When will you hear? What happens if I match a patient? So at that point, turns out I was like one of 12 people is what I was told that was a possible match for this patient. There's a donor representative will contact you to explain what it means. More blood testing will be scheduled. And the donor workup. They do a bunch more blood tests. At that stage I think there were 4 of 6 tissue typing matches that I matched. And upon further testing, it was determined that I was a 6 of 6 match for this patient. I was told it was a 62-year-old male that had chronic lymphocytic leukemia, and this is one of the viable options to sustain that person's life. So we went all through the workup and found out I was the one, and they scheduled the donation process. But there was a break in it because the patient's insurance, I think, didn't cover the donation procedure. So it was all put on hold. And about a year later, they went ahead and notified me, hey, this person got their insurance straightened out and they're ready to go through with it. So you're it, dude. Let's go. So it was scheduled for October 17th of 2007, and they give me a drug called filgrastim for a week previous, and it consisted of just an injection at home here. They had a nurse come to the house, and it stimulates your bone marrow to produce peripheral blood stem cells, which are like the baby cells, is the way it was explained to me. And when they are put into the recipient, into their bloodstream, they just go right on into their bone marrow and multiply, and they start producing bone marrow. So the drug filgrastim, after about the 3rd day, you kind of feel like you got the flu, a little bit of achy joints, you just kind of feel run down, and gained a little bit of weight. I don't know if it was just liquid or whatever. Fluid, but I think I gained about 10 pounds. But then after the donation procedure, everything went back to normal after, right away, like within a day or two, I just felt normal again. And then I heard a month later that upon the testing of the recipient, that my cells were in him and producing bone marrow. His count was going up, whatever they count, and they were taking. So I also found out about a year after the donation, I was able to ask my coordinator, the National Marrow Donor Program coordinator that I'm with, to request information on the recipient, and he was still doing good. And that's about the last I heard. No, I did hear one more time, that's right. After, I think, a year and 6 months. Well, now, the date is October 22, 2009. It's been 2 years since that donation procedure that I went through. And I've never had any contact with the recipient. All I know is that at that time he was 62, I believe, chronic lymphocytic leukemia, and a male. I have no idea anything else, anything further. Never had any contact. Well, after a year you're able to contact them. And I don't know why, I just kind of put it off and kind of let it go. But I finally did request to know what's going on with that patient, so I filled out a form, and I'm going to go ahead and send it in. Consent to release a donor's personal information. And that's what it looks like. And I'm going to send it in. It's got my name, and I give them my email. So hopefully we'll see what happens. Overall, it was a great experience. It's emotional, I must say. It tugs at your heart to know that, just out of pure luck, it's like winning the lottery, that you have the ability, through no fault or no input of your own, that you're a match for this person and that you can actually save their life. So it's a heavy thing to consider and to think about. And you kind of wonder, well, does that person want to contact me, or thank me, or what? I'd like to tell them my story, or at least have them maybe see this video to get an idea of who I am and what I went through. But overall, I recommend it to anybody. If you get notified, don't even hesitate. It's no big deal to fill Graston shots. If I have to give a bone marrow sample or a donation later, if the guy needs it again and they need bone marrow next time, I'd do that too. I don't, any personal discomfort to me or pain, it's nothing compared to what the recipient is going through. I'd like to hear his story. So for that reason, I'm sending in the information, and hopefully I'll hear from him. He's under he doesn't have to, but I hope he does. I'd like to tell him that, the people in my family, like my mom's totally proud, of her son, me, for going through with it, and I'm sure she'd like to hear from the person too, just to tell her what she feels about it. So, and I'd like to, know how his family is, and how it's affected them. So, with that, I'll close and just say, if I hear anything from him, I'll go ahead and post another video. And any comments, please leave them. So, thank you. And like I say, if you're going to be a bone marrow donor or a peripheral blood stem cell donor, go for it. It's way cool. Really makes your heart feel good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.